Okay, we're live, ladies and gentlemen. 5.2 NoMercy versus NoMercy Composed. So, this could be an in-house on another night, but it's not. It is Kyanite League action, Week 8 on Villa. Composed will defend first here. The match predictions here very heavily favor 5.2 NoMercy, and if I had to give an early prediction, I would favor them as well. I've seen both of these teams play. I haven't seen them play a ton. I don't believe. They're both pretty well established from what I know. Rather aggressive. I would say they're both a bit stronger on the attack side than on defense. But both of them have a very ranked style, aggressive play. Looking at the bans, they're not surprising for the most part. The Twitch ban, thought to be a target ban, one of the players jokingly saying that it's a target ban, would not surprise me, if so. The Jackal ban and the Mira ban are both pretty standard. Jackal especially, that's a common comfort ban. He is really strong for roam clear, and as well as the fact that he has a great gun in the C70 and some smokes to help it add to his utility, as if he doesn't already have enough. The Mira ban, not a huge fan of, but it's certainly understandable. Mira is pretty strong on this map, particularly on this site, Avian Games. However, a lot of the second floor is soft floor, so I don't think it's really an issue for teams to deal with the Mira. You can just use vertical. But the fact that there's no Twitch, I think, partly motivated that Mira ban. It could be a target ban, I'm not 100% sure. But it's a decent ban. And then the Capcan ban, I see it a lot. I'm not a fan of it. Personally, I don't think that he's very good. He brings decent utility and a decent gun. His utility is only good for punishing teams that either rush or get sloppy. So I just don't see a real need to be banning the Capcan. In this case, I think a better choice would be, possibly looking for a Cade ban, considering that that Twitch was taken off the board. Getting rid of the secondary support, just trying to maybe lower the difficulty for teams to keep the walls closed and to open up walls. And then the other ban that I would have looked at maybe is a Valkyrie ban. Valkyrie also really strong, pretty standard, or a good comfort ban. Certainly providing a lot of intel and a lot of utility through those black eye cameras. As you can see, Molly taking a lot of damage there. I believe courtesy of Doka here, as that Thunderbird continuing to be an issue really on that Astra side for 5.2. As 5.2 is going to look to try and clear him out here. No Jackal on their lineup. Obviously, they did ban that, so going to probably slow them down a bit here. But Doka in a position where it should be pretty straightforward to push him back at this point. I mean, he's just going to continue to be wasting drones here. They're down to 4 already. Going to have to narrowly avoid that Claymore there. Saw him pause for a second, and now 5.2 a bit banged up. They've wasted a lot of drones here, and they haven't even killed Dokkaby. So it's not really a great spot for them to be in here. Keep in mind, I'm not sure if they're aware that that Pulse is roaming around. If they aren't, even though he has wasted that Nitro, which is really unfortunate, having a Pulse roaming around below against an unaware attack is going to really help out this defense later in the round.
Bomb has been located.
So you can see now 5.2 looking to press forward here and going to need to clear out that 90 side. Doka lying in wait. He's going to take down Molly, finishing what he started there earlier in the round. Looking for another kill possibly. He does find a Dexy headshot actually from Doka. A double kill from the Thunderbird. Looking for a third possibly. It'll be actually, I think that's Snipe trying to peek him. Neither of them able to finish each other off, but Doka and Snipe both banged up a tad. Doka going to go back, try and heal here. Maybe looking to get into another gunfight, possibly. Stretch pushing forward. About 45 seconds left. Going to try and make this happen. Pushing forward. Actually shot banged up pretty badly, courtesy of that melee hole into study there, right on that AV wall here. Froggles falls. Triple kill from Doka. He will finally be traded there, but a lot of damage from that T-Bird, able to really wreak havoc on this attack. Acero takes down, stretches up to just Snipe here. Very low. Don't know if he's aware. Gonna have to deal with Acero on that flank there. Covering the corner. Snipe does get the headshot, but Furox will trade him out, and that'll be the round here. Composed, or more specifically, Doka, just really showing out in full here on this opening round.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
He's ready. Corner set! Swapping mag! Heads down, judges. Deploying ADS!
Alright.
Ready to block someone. Deploying ADS. Corner station position.
So, real mess of an opening round there for 5.2. They proved, at least in that situation, rather inept at clearing out a roam. They sort of just allowed Doka to float around the map as he saw fit. That Claymore that they put down in hopes of trying to encircle him didn't really do anything. Alright, so pretty much because they let Doka essentially just freely move throughout the building and didn't really effectively clear him, because that happened, Doka ended up getting good 3 kills, and being able to not only waste time and drones on the roam, but also, you know, on site he was able to really help stymie that execute onto the objective. Doka picks off a Dex. He gets another opening kill for his team here. Losing that Flores is certainly going to alleviate some pressure on site. You know, being able to not have to worry, particularly for L1 here, is trying to hold down this master side with the assistance of those Kiva barriers and the castles. You know, not having to worry about those RC Retero charges anymore gives him a bit more security to those, obviously, to the barriers. Soda very low now. I think he got hit with a frag from below, courtesy of Molly. I could be wrong, but, you know, they don't have... The attacking team here, 5.2, doesn't have any more soft breach. That was it, pretty much. I mean, they have Froggles, but Froggles isn't going to be able to break through a Castle Barricade or keep a barrier. And I doubt that they really want to use their only frag to do that. As you can see, L1 still basically unchecked here in Master. Nobody really trying to clear him out at this point. Stretch takes down Doka, going to be traded out, it seems. So managed to neutralize their roamer, but unfortunately is traded out by Vurunx as he returns to site. Snipe takes down one. Looking for a second one here as Vurunx will get a headshot there, as Soda will get a pick as well onto Snipe. Except that just Froggles in a 1v3 situation, going to now try and follow Vurunx's footsteps, possibly. Trying to sneak his way back onto the objective if he can. Trying to assess the situation. Does not have any chance, though. Soda with a quick headshot. And another round here will go in favor of NoMercy. Composed 2-0 here. Another really messy round there for 5.2. It seems, you know, traditionally they seem to be a bit stronger on attack. I could be wrong, but they're seeming really off kilter here.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
You know, they're not really able to clear out a roam. Their roam is really fleecing them, and they're not able to stop that. And then on the actual objective, they haven't really had a whole lot of success in terms of, you know, getting onto the site, at least with enough players to try for an execute. You know, by the time they're at the site, they're busted and blue, so there's not a whole lot that they can do. So, and the other thing is that as a team, they are 4-10. You're not going to win a game with a .4 KD averaging on the team. You know, the three of their players, more than half of their team, has not gotten a kill. Sitting on donuts here. And we're almost halfway through this first half. I think a Dexy's going to try and bust through this castle barricade here. Set up just in time by Soda. And looking at the setup here by Composed, I mean, it's just very standard. Castle extension into Memo, sidelines watching Laundry with some Barb, and then just trying to hold down the site, really. Sort of a, you know, very standard turtle strat. The only thing that I would find real noteworthy is the fact that Doka is roaming up here as Rook, pardon me, Doc, his GIGN comrade, and he has sort of a soft extension with those two reinforcements, and mind you, they have 2 extra reinforcements, so this isn't really an issue for them. Doka can take a bit of damage now as he's trying to stop possibly Molly actually picked off there. Headshot from the Ash, gonna get, for the first time here, a man advantage to open up the round in favor of 5.2. Now, they have vertical control, there's nobody else there to challenge them, really, and it's only about a minute and a half in, so probably not the best outcome for Doka here, especially considering that he did still have a number of stims still on him, but admittedly, you know, he did waste a bit of time there. Snipe can pick off Furox, and this round is suddenly starting to look not so great here for Composed. Roggles continuing to set up some vertical now, trying to find those anchor spots, trying to find those anchors. Astero located, picks off a Dexy though, able to return fire. Almost spotted, it seems, by, I think that would be actually a snipe there. As he's going to try and possibly play that Memo side. They have a minute left here. They have a lot of vertical sidelines set up. Taking a teeny bit of damage is stretched there, courtesy of L1. Soda down, not out just yet, as now that Memo wall going to be opened up courtesy of Snipe. They have control of vertical. They have this Memo wall now. All that's left really is this execute here. Froggle picks off Soda. So now Memo is cleared out. L1 trying to hold down the line, stopped by Molly, who's got double kills up to just an Astero, and Froggles denies him any chance. Quick vertical kill for the Buck. Gets a first round now for NoMercy 5.2. Alright. So, finally, most of the 5.2 roster able to get themselves on the board. And showing some signs of life, which is always good. You know, they were...
Protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
They were looking a bit dicey there. Admittedly, this is a defender-sided map, and the fact that a Mira was banned while a Twitch was banned at the same time, I think really... you know, will further make this a defender's favorite map, but still, it's a teeny bit distressing that the attacking team, that 5.2, who are or were considered the heavy favorites going into this match, are now tracking to have a 4-2 split against them at half. Doka now meleeing in a sideline here. I don't think he has the... He definitely doesn't have the super shorty anymore, much to his chagrin, I'm sure, as he'll be looking to now try and hold down this this walk-in side here in master area, trying to really deny some villains some time and utility by maintaining at least some soft control over this area, this side of the map. Now, 5.2 seemingly taking a bit of a different approach here. they are less focused on going across the floor and clearing. It seems more like they are focusing on the 90 side and on that study side possibly, though admittedly we still haven't really seen any real inroads from them. Doka trying to swing down Astrosios, lowers the Dexy, looking to finish him off. The frag goes out. He's not going to push forward, looks to swing a Dexy, takes him out. It's the opening kill for his team. Frag missed time there. I think he almost heard Stretch on that hologram. So does hear the Gemini turn off, and now on alert here, Molly will fall at the hands of Vurox, and Doka going to try and make use of that sideline he set up here. Trying to get another pick for his team, trying to extend that lead to 5v2 at this point. Vurox providing some reinforcements. I believe that's actually Stero rotating over, looking to get another frag for his team here, trying to really help, you know, tilt the scales in their favor. Stretch pushing forward now. Frogos picks off Doka, and now, as you can see, going to try and take him out. However, Stero's still lying around, able to get that frag there. Frogos picks off Vurox, brings it back to almost even, and now Snipe is down. Insult to injury. 360. Shakes no. Stero finishes him off. That's got to be a bit embarrassing there for Snipe. Frogles unaware of where Stero is now. Stero going to swing, gets the headshot and the round here for Composed, and seemingly just a slight bump in the road here for the defending team for NoMercy Composed. Alright, so penultimate round of this first half here. And
defuse bombs.
at the moment, could be worse for the attacking team, but almost certainly could be better. You know, especially on the primary and secondary site of NoMercy Composed, on, you know, AV Games and Trophy Statuary, NoMercy 5.2 doesn't really seem to have a unified plan. You know, there's not a lot of coordination there. And so, you know, it ends up becoming a mess because none of them are really working together to clear out Doka and whoever else is roaming. And so because they're not working together to clear out that roam, they end up getting just shredded before they can finish the job. So, you know, really need to pay attention to that if they want to succeed, particularly moving forward here. Admittedly, you know, the defending half is usually a bit less difficult in that sense. You know, it's a lot easier to set up a defense and defend a site without a lot of communication coordination than it is to attack a site without that same communication and coordination among your team. So hopefully that favors them here, but still, they need to get moving. They need to put some momentum in their favor, you know, get the wind in their sails, really, in these final two rounds, to get themselves the best chance at making the comeback, assuming that they will need to come back in the second half. They do have a good opportunity here on the topic of making the comeback, in that, you know, it's 3-1, so it's not over. The Fat Lady has not sang yet. They could still get a 3-3 split in half and leave themselves basically back at square one, just switching sides, really. But that's going to require that they step up now. Half the round has elapsed here. I think Molly sort of spearheading the assault as L1 is just going to put up, I think, the last of his Kiva barriers here. Set them up pretty tactically, just trying to get sight lines established. Soda going to take a teeny bit of damage there. Dexy as well, getting some health chipped off. And now 512 is going to approach the site here. They don't have any real flank watch, so Dexi's going to be on that flank watch duty. Takes out Burox, and I think that's almost taken out the entirety of the roam. Admittedly, I think, you still have Doka roaming around, which is going to be a bit difficult considering that as Soda takes a lot of damage courtesy of a Dexy frag. But as I was saying, Doka's going to be a bit of a problem. He is that Oryx. He can move a lot more freely, a lot more easily than other teams. Than other operators, my apologies. Looking for the flank here. I don't think they're really aware of that. Doka takes down Snipe. Astero will pick off Molly. Well-timed frag's going to now give the man advantage towards Composed. Stretch brings it back to even by picking off L1. And now, as you can see, Froggle's pressing forward here. Dexy trying to push, trying to maybe make a way out of the situation, but the Fuser's down here. Doka can capitalize on it, gets a double kill, looking for a third possibly. Stretch is going to push forward now. Swinging him, Soda gets another kill, looking for this final one. Low time, Astero finishes him off. An opportunistic play there. Able to take advantage of a pretty big blunder there from 5.2 Composed. Really just capitalizing on that and using that to ultimately, win the round. There's a Nomad available. I don't know why 5.2 doesn't want to run the Nomad. I feel like it would be pretty helpful to play that Nomad. Because clearly flank watching is not really their strength.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Station placed. Ready.
Attackers have located a bomb. 10 seconds to go. 5 seconds left.
Kona prep concealed.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Alright, final round here, and we're seeing some tomfoolery from Composed. 5.2 is supposed to Composed not seemed to be a very fitting opponent. So Composed is experimenting here by going to basically the site that pretty much nobody runs. They're going to Library and Living. Now, I think the defending team, pardon me, the attacking team, seem to be defending team. 5.2 has realized that, and now Stretch is going to start to pick this site apart from above. Half the round remains, so it does need to really get a move on here. Gonna have to spend a couple extra sledgehammer hits in order to find somebody and take him out here. I think he's looking, possibly trying to make something happen. No roamer above, really, to challenge that, as this defense has basically stretched itself out across the ground floor here. 5v4 as the Dex picks off Boomerang's able to get rid of that. Zombie able to provide themselves a bit of extra help there, really. So I'm sure that that's going to allow a bit easier of a time in dealing with those sight lines and working their way onto the site. About a minute left, just under, for them to finish this push here. They've not yet dealt with Astero, though. I don't think they realize, but Astero is still very much a threat here, but maybe the bigger threat is 5.2 themselves. They're basically on the site almost. I mean, they have a pretty easy way onto the objective. Unfortunately, pretty well monitored by the defense. As Snipe's going to find his way onto the objective. Look for this plant now. Covered, actually, by a number of 5.2 players. Molly going to pick off L1 there. Plant is down now. 5v3 post-plant. I'm sure that this site selection has come back to haunt this defending team. Dexy gets a 3K on the round, picking off in quick order Doka and Soda. And I think Astero might have given up on the round, maybe? He has 20 seconds left, but it's a 1v5. So you can see now this this attacking team gonna sort of just do nothing. Dexy eventually stumbles upon Astero and takes him out for a flawless round here to close out the half. And not the best way to end it, but also not the worst.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers. Attackers have located a bomb.
Set. Sentry deployed. Initiate jammer. Test is out and on the run.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Thank you, active.
5
Alright.
seconds to insertion.
Body's set.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Reloading!
So checking the scoreboard at half, and I did show it earlier when we just talk about how that first half went. 3-5-4-3-3, 7-7-4-3-0. Not great there, but at least helping contribute to the team. Doka gonna get a quick pick here onto Frogos, almost on the site, stopped however in his tracks by Snipe, trading him out. Trying to fire a couple extra rounds at him, but I don't know if that's wise. Your team's losing by 2 right now. Now, this fuse here, rocks above now, gonna try and really wreak havoc on the site. Certainly getting rid of any utility that has been just left around. Interestingly enough, Stretch here as the Solus trying to make this work, trying to possibly find out some intel here to maybe provide him a bit of an edge in moving towards the latter half of this round, but still not able to do much. So all of a sudden, seems as though this side change has really breathed new life into this defending team, into NoMercy 5.2, as they're going to look to make a comeback possibly. Furok's going to send out a cluster charge. I don't know exactly why. Maybe I think he's trying to clear out Molly here, who's holding down the adjacent side, trying to deny Astro Stairs. Just sort of softly holding with a castle barricade and a couple sight lines, trying to hold down the living side. My apologies to Dexy. Able to get a frag now. Brings his team to a man advantage with about a minute 15 left. And as you can see, double kill from Adexi now, picking up an air of 3K from Adexi. L1 on site, Stretch able to take him out and close the round out here. A good showing now. And 5.2 really restarting here on this defense. Usually going to what for many teams is their weakest side, able to
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
You can stop worrying about grenades now! You can stop worrying about grenades now.
So, just surprising to see how dominantly they won that. You know, really able to stifle the composed attack there. Get themselves a pretty straightforward, pretty good round win, honestly. You know, put themselves into a great spot.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
So now it's going to be a trophy statuary hold. It's pretty straightforward. The main thing is this extension into master and into walk-in. Interesting to see that played. I don't normally think that there's really these rotates there, but the fact that they have all that present is going to allow them a bit more flexibility. As thing at Dexy now getting ready to rotate this hold onto more the 90 side of the map, trying to really repurpose what they've established here on the walk-in side. Probably trying to get rid of or neutralize a push onto master. Now having to sort of repurpose everything. Good to see that they're looking to reuse that utility here. As you can see, Doka taking a stun there as him and L1 are going to now try and press forward here. A lot of utility getting sucked up there by those magnets. A lot of utility. Whoa! Having to use it to clear out a single shield. Smoke going out now, really trying to make this push really pricey here in terms of time, in terms of utility for the attacking team. Doka gonna inch his way onto the objective now, looking for that kill. He'll take it on site now. Look for a second one. Stretch will shut him down though. Headshot, courtesy of the RG-15. Gonna lay down for a second kill possibly. He needs to be careful though. Does not have a ton of range with that shotgun. Doesn't matter. He'll use the pistol, get a second kill on a Brox now. Molly picks off L1 on the flank here. I don't think they were really aware of the fact that Molly just lying in wait on the basement side. Now back up to be a real pain for them. Double kill from Molly. Astero gets a double kill, picks off Molly, trades his teammate out, takes down Stretch. Still a 2v1 situation though. Has that last air jab to possibly use to his advantage now. Gonna take a good bit of damage courtesy of Froggles on that shield. Does not have the diffuser. Snipe making his way back into the objective. Froggles gonna just hold down the shield here that he's placed for himself. And Snipe finishes off Astero, completing a very quick comeback for 5.2.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
All right.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Now these two teams tying it up here. And really strong play by 5.2. I don't know how they feel about this aviator in game site, considering that they decided to go to it last. Maybe they feel that it's their strongest and they've been trying to work their way up from weak to strong. Maybe they don't feel very comfortable on it. We'll have to wait and see. But if they can get a site sweep here, it's going to be a big morale boost for them. You know, not only completing that comeback, but also getting themselves into a lead and completing rather, a side sweep onto this formerly defending team, now attacking team NoMercy composed. So just really good spot here for 5.2 NoMercy to work with and to hopefully continue to capitalize on. Stretch here roaming. I think he's the only one really on the roam well. Actually, so Rooney here. Dexy also going to be trying to hold down pretty much just trophy extending actually all the way around. And Stero takes down a Dexy with a headshot that gets his team into a man advantage. Doka is down though. And now Molly's going to be an issue. Molly's also roaming here. Very roam heavy hold here from 5.2. Very characteristic of them. Vrunx, however, picks off Molly and brings his team into a great spot here. Doka is admittedly banged up, and his teammate is going to teabag him before even reviving him. Stero getting a bit risky here. You know, still has full utility, but he's going to be on the entry frag roll. But you know, at this point, really just trying to capitalize on this man advantage here is this attacking team. See Doka pushing forward, however, quickly taken down by Frongos. Frongos gets a teeny bit of damage to himself, though. I think Soda looking to possibly get a flank down here is going to provide some pressure here from the Soda side. The Study side, my apologies. Trying to get a pincer going. Bit of assistance coming in from Vrunx on that window here. They're going to continue to apply pressure to this soft side, possibly the back side of this defense. Soda going to take down Stretch. Snipe, however, trading out, picks off Soda. 2v3 actually. Bringing back to even now as Frog's got the headshot on a Stero, double kill for himself. And now Snipe going to try and step up here. It's up to L1 and Vrunx to try and close this round out. L1 going to just slowly inch his way forward here, waiting for that swing from Frogos. Frogos on a third kill on the round here. Picks off L1. Vrunx with a frag kill from below, picking off Snipe. Looking for another one possibly. Does not get anything, but alas, does waste that frag grenade. 30 seconds left. Frogos going to now try and clutch this round up, get his team into their first lead of the night, I believe. So if they can get that done, would be absolutely great for them here. Vrunx now on the objective, spots him. Vrunx takes him out, gets the round for his team, and for now at least, Composed holds on to their lead. Alright.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
I'm dry. Reinforcing the wall. Jammer ready. Test in position.
10 seconds to insertion. 5 seconds left. Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
So, a bit of a tee up here to a more important round. Composed has seemed a bit lazy on attack. Doka now going to run in, interestingly enough, with a very florid skin, I must say, for the G2 tactical. But you can see just in general, Blitz is not great, not bad. He's really only good for one-on-one situations. outside of that, you know, if you're walking into a room where there's a possibility of a crossfire, it's really dangerous. Dexy takes down the Stero, removing that Nomad as well as the top frag of Composed. L1 actually falls to Dexy. Again, a double kill from the Vigil of Dexy here, and I think Doka might have to rotate his way up these stairs here. Dexy just lying in wait. Really don't know if Doka's entirely aware of where Dexy is now. Gonna be found and very quickly taken down by Doka. Trading his teammates out, looking for a second kill here. Nitro does just chip Doka's health teeny bit here, so he's going to continue to try and fend off this defending player, Molly. I think Molly might have rotated. Yeah, he just decided to fall back a bit. Take what he got from that situation. Soda now going to look to pressure him out here. Not sure if he's exactly aware of where he is. Molly will fall now. Gunned down by Soda. 3v3 situation. About half the round remains. And Rome game is gone, but has wasted some time and has gotten some pretty good kills onto some important players on that support side, especially, you know, getting rid of Astero, that top frag alongside Doka with those 10 kills. Really a key player for this Composed roster. Able to get rid of him, able to really alleviate some pressure on this side here. About a minute left, and you know, no hard reach, which is one of the great advantages. Snipe gonna get a quick double kill, actually, taking down Doka and Soda. And Brunok's now in the hot seat here. Has about 40 seconds left in the round. Heavily outnumbered. Does not have any frags left. Has one drone that he can control, a couple drones left by his teammates, and that's it. Sure, he has the Gemini hologram, he could use that maybe once. I don't know what that's going to provide for him this late in the round in a 1vx situation. You can see now going to try and waltz his way onto the site. Swung, actually, by Froggles, and quick M5 shot gonna just put him down. And as I mentioned earlier, bit of a tee up here for these two teams in that 10th round. And now it is 5-5. Whichever team wins this next round will get guaranteed overtime themselves, put themselves on a pretty good spot in that they would not only have that safety net of guaranteed overtime, but also their first shot at match point, their first shot to put this game away, which I'm sure would be a really good spot for Composed, because they'll be looking to just finally put down 5.2, who have seemed to really just somehow stay alive all this time and hold on. Meanwhile, for 5.2, sure, they'd be really pleased to have started, you know, down 4-1, and to end up finishing the game with a win.
Bomb located by attackers.
Going up.
10 seconds left. 5 seconds to go.
Stay clear of the blast zone.
So
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
now, took a second for all the attachments to load in for Doka. Okay, but you know, it's really been a tale of two halves here. On the first half, we had real dominance from Composed on defense, and 5.2 was just not meshing at all, really. And now, switch sides, 5.2 defending, and they're on fire, it seems. You know, they're up 3-1 on the half. And they nearly got a side sweep, so they're in prime position really here to capitalize. Molly picks off Doka, able to remove that top frog alongside a Stero, who still has a bit of work to do. He's set up that flank watch. Snipe falls in the hands of Soda, brings it back to even now. Soda going to continue to try and apply pressure here. There goes one of the shields of L1, takes 10 bit of damage in the process of eating a Pokeball, courtesy of Daxi there, who's just right now holding down this impact. Holding down this shield here. that's oriented more towards his side. I think they decided to, instead of really looking for a hold on the master side, they decided to hold a bit more evenly, maybe lean a bit more towards that 90 half, that 90 side, in case that push occurs. Soda, I think, just trying to rotate around now as Froggles picks off rocks, and gonna try and get something moving here as Estero. He does have some time. They have enough time to make a move, to make something happen here, as a L1 gonna still have to deal with Froggles, who has those two smokes in hand, and is continuing to be a real nuisance for this push here. Which, speaking of this push, it's seemingly stalled, really, for Composed. You know, they are not really able to get much done. Froggles picks off Soda. L1 can actually take down a Dex. He's still, however, outnumbered at the moment. About 40 seconds left, and gonna need to make something start moving. They're gonna need to start pushing soon. And stun going out. Froggles gets a third kill on the round. Still, mind you, has those two smokes left. And Estero gonna try and clutch this round up. Denied by Molly. And I think for the first time this match, we will see the defending team. We will see 5.2 NoMercy in the lead. Yeah, I mean, prior to this, they'd either been losing or tied. Nope, Varrock's gonna leave there. Alright, match point here. As really, Daxi and Froggles have led the charge in these past few rounds here for 5.2 NoMercy. They have led basically a 5-1 comeback, and they're just trying to continue what they've started here. They're trying to finish it off. You know, they're in a good position, as they are back to a pretty strong site here in AV Games. Hopefully it's a comfortable site for them. And they're at match point. And if they lose here, then they just go to overtime. So, you know, pretty much only upside here for them. So, don't know what's going on here, but we're seeing Doka running Blackbeard. Last I checked, Blackbeard's shield was made of paper mache, and his gun was one of the worst in the game. So I really don't see a purpose in really running him. I suppose he's going to be trying to play that long angle there. Considering that he does have that 2.0 on, combined with the shield, hopefully trying to hopefully utilize that extra just couple of seconds, couple of milliseconds, frankly, to get that pick and to get the advantage in the gunfight, which could then eventually, you know, pay off in an advantage in the round through that man advantage that he's going to be looking to try and get here. Just trying to play a bit back here. Already a smoke being used courtesy of Snipe, excuse me, and really dealing with some serious pressure courtesy of Varrock's on that 90 side. Gonna try and get rid of that drone that he actually spots, and really gonna have to watch this pressure on the objective, as well as Adexi here, roaming as a vigil, going to be trying to now take out these drones and in conjunction with Molly to try and really punish the site. Jeff takes down L1. Estero, however, going to pick up Snipe. This is a pretty big kill now for this attacking team. Getting rid of those 2 smoke grenades, courtesy of Snipe, is going to allow them a lot more flexibility, a lot more freedom in pushing the site. Certainly going to prevent them in cases from stalling, and as they run out of time, going to allow them a bit more security, a bit more time for an execute. Dexy picks off Soda. There goes Dexy with a double kill, picking off Soda now. It was Doka that he initially killed, my apologies. 3v2, however, Froggle is quickly one-tapped by Stero. He's going to be trying to just drag his team, sort of a wounded animal, it seems, across the finish line, looking for another kill here. He already has one. Exchanging some pot shots with the Dexy there. As old teammates maybe looking to get into a bit of a spat, bit of a gunfight here. Burak still holding down this 90 window here. He does have, he has a wall that he's opened up now. Molly is down. I think able to capitalize on that sideline there is maybe teammate maybe looking to slide in and get that frag there. Probably get the revive. As it's basically down to 2v2. Vurox is on site now. Has about 20 seconds left to try and close this round up. Adexi falls, lands at Vurox's flank there, just completely unaware. Molly back up. Now, Stretch able to rotate around, get that. I think that was Molly with the Kona station able to self-res. That gets himself a teeny bit of extra health now. Vurox going to now slide in, try and get this plant down possibly. Stretch going to try and fight one off. Stretch takes down Estero. Vurox picks off Molly. 1v1 now. Plant going down here. Vurox able to stick it. Has to stick it if he wants his team to have a chance now. M10 pointed down range. However, Vurox able to keep his team alive now. Vurox clutching it up there. Down to Molly. Put his team back into a situation where they had a chance. And then from there, swinging in, sneaking in, really taking down a Dexy from behind, and then able to finish the job against those last 2 players. Really able to, make a play there and push this game to overtime. So just a great work there from him, but messy half for them, messy attacking half to say the least.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs. Attackers have discovered the location of the bomb.
Somebody just noticed somebody was saying that L1 being 1 in 10 is crazy.
10 seconds to go.
Activate jammer.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
So, Doka and the rest of Compose, if they want to win here, they've seemingly sort of loosened the reins, as they're now going to be looking to rush, throw caution to the wind, throw strategy to the wind. Besides, just get to the site as quickly as possible. Even Doka here running the Ying, those Candelas. Vurox going to take down Molly. Dexy picking off OTM Soda. I'm sure the alarm's been raised now. Vurox going to eat an M5 to the face there from Froggles. Just everything falling apart now. Doka down to Zero, picks off a Dexy. Keeps it even, but this rush has been very quickly foiled, and now the attacking team is left to basically improvise a push without half of their utility and without a lot of the basic utility needed, really, to make this happen. They don't have hard reach. They don't have real flank watch. They just have Candelas and frags. It's just pure fragging power, which is fine, but then you kind of need to, bring around some support to help back that up. I think Doka trying to push here. Now, Doko takes down Stretch, denying that M10 from doing any work, really. Froggles gets a double kill here. Holding down the line, saying the buck stops here. Snipe gonna now try and do the same on the Memo side against L1. Astero on site, basically trying to swing around, trying to take on Froggles, finding him, damaging him, and we'll finish him off. L1 and Astero showing up, showing out, and getting the round win here for NoMercy Composed, who are gonna retake the lead now. So, penultimate, if not final round of this game. Neither team has really been able to put the other one down. And keep in mind that predictions on this game were very heavily skewed, 15-3, in favor of 5.2. Composed is giving them fits. Composed is about to win, it seems. Admittedly, they're switching sides, which is really good news, actually, for this defending team, because they went 4-2 on defense. So it was a real blunder, I'd say, by 5.2 not winning that last round. It was a rush.
All set. Sentry deployed. 10 seconds to go. 5 seconds left. Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Jammer ready. The wall's been reinforced. You can stop worrying about grenades now.
So really gonna now have to lock down here. This is what 5.2 needs to do if they even want to have a chance at this point. They have one shot really, and then if they lose, game's over. So need to get stuff moving. And admittedly, they've picked up the pace really, but it's not been very good. It's just been sort of a mess for them throughout the game for 5.2. They've sort of operated in fits and starts. 4v5, Vurox takes down a Dex, and it might be the beginning of the end here, as one of those two top frags for NoMercy 5.2 out of the round now. Gonna now try and keep things moving here. This defending team keep rolling really as they'll look to stretch their way to the finish line. And as you can see, you think Vurox maybe looking for something else here. The attacking team, meanwhile, trying to push this 90 side. They do, have flank hard reach. I don't know if they really have flank watch though. That's some great flank watch. Got a Claymore in the middle of the doorway. So they've taken 90 here. Nothing really, well, they've almost taken 90. Doka holding down the shield, which is going to be covered by, I believe, both ADS's and magnet systems. It's going to really help them. Vurox trying to provide some actual assistance here. Takes down Snipes. Gets a third on the round now. Froggles, 3 headshots from Vurox here. Gonna now swing across, stretch down to Molly, the last one left. The entire match on his shoulders here. 1v5. Molly takes down Astero, and Doka will take down Molly. And finally able to close it out here. NoMercy Composed 8-6 against NoMercy 5.2. 13-12, 13-9, 8-9, 8-9. 8-10, 14-9, 12-12, 15-10, 6-9, 2-10.